Hey everyone, welcome to another video on the Stony River channel. Today I'd like to talk about camping pillows, lightweight backpacking or camping pillows. I've had a long experience trying to find an ideal pillow, and to be quite honest, you don't need a pillow to go camping. You can easily improvise something to put under your head, whether it's rolling up a fleece, whether it's bunching up some clothing, or really any other way to improvise. You don't really need one, but it's a convenience and it's nice, and a good night's sleep is important. So I've dabbled with pillows in the past, such as like inflatable ones, where this is deflated here, where you simply inflate through a valve, and you can tell they scrunch up really small when they're deflated. However, they have the same pitfalls that the inflatable sleeping pads have, is that they always seem to leak, and at some point you're going to wake up or in the middle of the morning and have a little bit less air. And then I guess the alternative to those would be ones that are filled with some kind of fill, so not an inflatable one, but packed with some kind of polyester fill. So here's one by Alps Mountaineering that I've had, and it's just kind of clumpy. It's not really firm and not super comfortable. So I guess I've just been kind of dissatisfied with both the inflatable varieties available and the packed with fill varieties available, until I found the Equinox brand camping pillows. And I just want to briefly talk about three of the options that I have right here to go over. Starting with their standard one, it's the Armadillo Pillow. It's 10 by 19 inches, 10.5 ounces, and costs about $13. It's filled with what they refer to as explosive fiber, so it's quite firm compared to the Alps one I showed you that was filled. This half here is coated in suplex nylon material, and this would be what you'd put on the under on the bottom of the pillow, and then on the top where you'd actually rest your head is kind of a micro fleece, super comfortable. And yeah, you can roll it up and attach it with a plastic buckle to kind of compress it. They also make another like a supersized version of the Armadillo Pillow, which is the Giant Armadillo Pillow. Same concept. Can't even fit it in the screen. This one's bigger. 17 by 18 inches, weighs a lot more, 17 ounces, and costs a little bit more at $19. But the same suplex nylon bottom, and the part where you put your head, once again, is that micro fleece. Rolls up with the plastic buckle, secure it, kind of compress it. They also offer a much smaller one, which kind of velcros to its, well, I shouldn't say it's much smaller. I think it's more geared toward children. It seems like it has less fill. This is the Pup Pillow. Has that same kind of micro fleece where you would lay your head, and then the other side is kind of more traditional nylon material. But this one comes in at, it's the same dimensions as the regular Armadillo Pillow, the 10 by 19 inches, but it's lighter. It's 7.5 ounces, and it's cheap, a little bit cheaper. It's $12. So I think this is geared more toward children, but honestly, like, if you want to do ultra lightweight stuff, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's still a pillow. It's still better than nothing. So I like all three of these. Here's a vintage one. I think that they've been making these for a long time. This is kind of an older, I think this is just kind of the standard Armadillo Pillow, just for reference. This is a much older one that is around. So I think that Equinox, once again, the brand is Equinox, is pretty well known for these pillows, and I think the advantage that they have is they have that quote-unquote explosive fiber, where the pillow kind of is dense and full, as opposed to like this Alps Mountaineering one that is just kind of clumpy. And then once again, there's so many inflatable varieties out there where you blow it up with the valve, which of course you can crumple it into a small space when it's deflated, but they always seem to lose air and always seem to puncture. So yeah, I'm a real fan of these pillows, and I think that all three that I really modeled, the standard Armadillo, the Pup, and the extra, the giant one, all are pretty sweet camping options, and it's just really up to the individual to choose what they feel like is most applicable to their needs. So, you kind of always balance comfort with bulkiness, and for some people, getting a really important night's sleep on the trail or camping or traveling for that matter, these can all be used for airplanes or in a car or whatever. Everyone has their own degree of need when it comes to sleeping and comfort when sleeping. So I think that all three options are really good. For me, I think I'm probably going to ride with the standard Armadillo for most of my upcoming camping trips, but really it's just a matter of personal preference. But I think that ultimately I love the idea of having a pillow where you have a nylon material on the bottom that's somewhat at least water resistant, and then you have this nice fleece, soft fleece to lay your head on, and then the fact that it rolls up, and it also kind of has that quote-unquote explosive fiber, so it's very firm and full. It doesn't feel clumpy. It feels like a pillow. Of course not. I've laid on these at home just to test them. It's not a regular full-size pillow. It's not going to be that comfortable. But when you're camping, it's nice to have something small and compact. So I am a huge fan of the Equinox Armadillo Pillow series and the different options they offer, and also they're incredibly affordable, I think, and they're made in the USA. So I highly tout the Equinox brand. They make a lot of other stuff, tarps and different, camping accessories, dog accessories. I've shown some in other videos. So big fan of that brand, and really excited I'm not going to keep all of these pillows. I'm going to give some away as gifts, but I'm going to keep one for sure. So really excited about them, and definitely going to give up the inflatable option for the time being.